behind SentinelOne. So basically, we all know that SentinelOne protects. So what basically can be protected like with a single platform? Cloud can be protected, and when it's come to identity, I'm talking about the Active Directory protection and the assessment also. So we do perform 109 exposures checks that help you and access your Active Directory as a whole. And we also give you the remediation steps, like these are the misconfiguration you should be passing on to the report to the Active Directory, and then you can fix it, right? And increase the score. So basically, when we talk about, so basically these are like three pillars from different verticals: endpoints, clouds, and identity Active Directory, which comes into the purview. And we can say, when we ask that what is that name of that platform, the name of that platform is Singularity, right? Singularity platform. And under we talked about that we are offering there are three modules here, the three modules under this endpoint. The first we have Singularity Core, and the second we have Singularity Control, and the third we have Singularity Complete. And if we compare all three of them, I guess Singularity Complete is the most top notch, and we offers the same. When we, all these features in the previous one will be covered, and it also covers the ransomware one-click rollback. I think this is the most patent features, we can see in SentinelOne, and it's the most unique feature, one-click rollback, right? And we will talk about it later on. Uh, and now we will be talking about data lake that we covered. Typically, 85% of the logs are generated from the endpoints and the servers. Like all these data comes into the Singularity data lake. We have our data center in India itself. And when we have multiple sources like email, we talk about switches, we talk about our firewalls, all of that we can ingest the data and using multiple differences mechanism and ingest the data into the Singularity data lake itself, and then take the remediations and create the customs dashboards, and further we can prevent on the technical front. We will discuss it later when we'll be doing demo for it, right? Now moving on to the next slide, Singularity endpoints. Now when we talk about Singularity endpoints, it like industry leading EPP and EDR capabilities. It achieves the fastest mean time to respond, reduce threat containment and resolution from hours to minute. Using a combination of static AI and behavior AI, we can say accurately detects threats without generating false positive that distracts any other user, right? Basically, in when we talk about streamlined security, SentinelOne delivers security visibility through a single pane of glass, means a centralized console that connects endpoints, we can say your identity, and even cloud protection. Like coming on to the increased analyst efficiency, we could say that in security teams today are very overwhelmed with alerts. SentinelOne combats this by reducing alert fatigue throughout intelligent. Analysts are no longer bogged down with low priority and false. Now coming to the slide, we could have. Let me erase this first. Now coming to the slide, we have Singularity endpoints. When we say SentinelOne is one of the best when it's come to protecting and to detecting threats on computer and devices. It's really fast. It can find and fix problems in just minutes, and it's very accurate. So you don't get the user don't get fake alerts. This saves times and lets your team focus really on real problems instead of catching every small things. Streamlined security is a single pane of glass. When we say single pane of glass, basically SentinelOne gives you one place to control everything. That's why it is called as a single pane of glass. It's give you one place to control everything from endpoints to cloud and identity. It makes the whole security process easier and very faster because it can do many things in its own. Coming on to the increased analyst efficiency, we can say that uh, in this, normally your team gets hundreds of alerts every day, right? Which is, I guess, too much. SentinelOne provides by using AI to show only important alerts. this is considered as the main features of Sentinel-1. Sentinel-1 help using by AI to show only important alerts and handles many steps on its own. So your team, doesn't want to waste time on small or fake alerts. They can focus on real issues, and that will be, of course, reduce your time and save your time. Coming on to the Singularity XDR, we could say that Singularity XDR is the advanced part of Sentinel-1. It collects data from different areas like endpoints, identity, and network and like cloud. It also basically connects with you with other security tools like we have as SIM and everything. We have Singularity endpoints. Basically, Sentinel-1 is one of the best when it came to protecting and detection of threats on computer and devices. It is really very fast, and it is fast because it's EPP, it's endpoint protection platforms, and uses EDR, endpoint detection resources. This is a platform जहां आपका endpoint protection and detection could take in a same form, right? And so you don't get fake alerts. This saves times and let your team focus only on real problems instead of checking every small thing. Singularity endpoints. Basically, when Sentinel-1 is the best when it came to protecting and detecting threats on computers and devices. It is really fast. It can find and fix problem within just seconds, because Sentinel-1 have EDR, which is endpoint detection resources, and endpoint protection platform. The detection and the protection part can be done at the same time, and it uses XDR, which is the most advanced version of Sentinel-1, which we will study, which we will look out further. And it can find, and fix problem in minutes, and it's very accurate. So you don't get fake alerts, and it saves your team time, right? It's very fast in detecting and responding to threats, less manual work for your team. Overall, when we talk about, this industry leading EPP and EDR, it's just make your time more productive. Coming on to the streamlined security, Sentinel-1 gives you one place to control everything, and this is the most, we can say, uh, great feature about Sentinel-1. From endpoints to cloud and identity, it makes the whole security process easier and faster because it can do many things on its own. We don't have to click or check every alerts manually, and this means better protection. It gives better protection in less number of times, right? So moving on to the increased analyst efficiency, this is also a crucial features of Sentinel-1. Basically, we can take an example that normally our team gets hundreds of alerts every day, right? Which is too much. Sentinel-1 help by using AI to show only important alerts, and which handles many steps on its own. So basically, our team don't waste time on small fake alerts, which comes. Basically, it's cut down many alerts. That's what I can conclude. It cuts down many alerts which are not needed, right? Coming on to Singularity XDR. Singularity XDR is we can say, the most advanced and the most important feature of Sentinel-1, because it collects data from different areas. Like, let me take you to the dashboard. It collect data from different, we can say, and endpoints, identity, networks, and even with cloud, right? It also connects with your other security tool like a SIM, which is a very important, we can say, security information and event management, and your जो हमारा SOAR, right? So these two important, SOAR is security, architectural automation and response. So basically, these it also connects with your other security tools like we have discussed, SIM and SOAR. So everything works together, and this give you a single advanced platform where everything is, we can say, well synchronized, right? Moving on to the data singularity lake. Data Security Lake is like the brain of the Sentinel-1. It stores all the activity data and help you, research and analyze it in a real time. You don't need to worry about, setup or storage, what's going on inside. It's all automatic and cloud based. You can also look back into data from months ago for investigations, and after hundred of days, you can see your data in a very well organized manner. So to be like Singularity Data Lake stores and manages large security data, and it works in real time. No setup or service needed by us. Sentinel-1 do all by itself. Moving on to the next slide, which is singularity identity. Singularity identity is like basically, hackers often try to steal usernames and password. This singularity identity, you just singularity identity here, this identity protects your own identity. That's your username, password, and SentinelOne protects, identity system like Active Directory. It even places fake users' accounts and files. So if an attacker touches them, so no, so they can't be, just take your identity and do whatever they wanted to do. Right. So basically, this is and also the most where this is also the most important features of SentinelOne. It secure Active Directory, identity threat detection and response. So basically, this always control or protect your identity which belongs to you. Right. Coming on to the next slide, we have Singularity Cloud. Right. In Singularity Cloud, cloud environment can be complex. We know that the cloud environment can be complex. Sentinel-One make it very simple. It shows you everything from code to cloud apps, including your, we can say, AWS and much, much, much more. Basically, it protect cloud workloads and show you which, it can show you that which misconfiguration or issue are really dangerous. So, so basically with Singularity Cloud, you can know that which issue we can fix first, which issues to be fixed first, that they could आपके system को harm ना पहुंचाएं. So it create a kind of hierarchical way to protect your system, right? It's like instant visibility and attackers mindset. One second. AI-powered threat blocking, which is a very important features of this. Moving on to the next slide, we have IR and MDR. Basically, IR, which is an incident response, and MDR, which is an managed detection and response. Basically, these incident response and managed detection and responses plays a very crucial role. Like Sentinel-One also give you access to expert help. You can ask for help 24 into 7. They watch over your systems, hunt threats, and help with deep investigations. If for example, if something big happens, they guide you or even handle it for you, right? This is a super helpful for small teams, those who we can say want backup support. It the main features of this is it gives you 24 hours of, we can say, 24 hours of protection and one second. 24 hours of protection and moreover help with incident investigations and more work. It help us part of our team and handles everything for us, right? So these are the main features of your incident response and MDR. Side, which is Purple AI. Purple AI is like having a smart assistant built in your Sentinel-One. You can ask it question in plain English, whatever language you want to ask. Like, show me all devices affected by ransomware. Ransomware, we will discuss it later. Like, here's the dashboard of Sentinel-One, and here are the endpoints. And where were we? Purple AI. Purple AI can be like you ask this, like how Sentinel-One is different. It will answer your every question. This Purple AI. Basically, Purple AI is like having a smart assistant. It's having a smart assistant into Sentinel-One. You can ask it question in plain English, whatever language do you want. You can ask it like, show me all the devices affected by ransomware. Ransomware, we will discuss it later. Like you have your dashboard here and you have your Purple AI here. You can ask anything related to anything, and it can also tell you further steps, that what are the next step. It can give you quick result, explain alerts, and even suggest that what to do next. This is a super useful, especially for juniors analyst, if or anyone who wanted to get a faster answer about things. Like so, Purple AI is empower every analyst and accelerate threat hunting. It basically use normal language to ask questions, get fast answers, summarizes, and suggest. So the basic work of Purple AI is to give Purple AI. So basically, what Purple AI is like, having a smart assistant built in your Sentinel-One. Basically, you can ask it question in a plain English, whatever English you wanted. Like you can ask question like, show me all the devices affected by ransomware. Ransomware, we will discuss it later. It give you a quick result, explanation. Let me show you. We have dashboard here, and उसके नीचे we have an option Purple AI, right? So इसमें you can type like you wanted to ask why Sentinel-One is different. You can ask many questions, but this will give you an answer and moreover tell you the steps. Basically, if you are stuck somewhere, it will guide you that what you have to do. Basically it uses normal language to ask questions, get fast answers, summarize and suggestions, help analysts do better and faster work. Coming back to our slide, we have next multi-tenant architecture, which basically multi-tenant architecture. Basically, this features you can see here. Let me show you. Its first feature is scalability. It's like horizontal scalability is allowed, managing many, which could help managing many agent efficiently. The second is data locality and isolation, which each tenant's data stays separate. Your each data will be separated, improving security and enhancing your performance overall. Next, we have versa- uh, versatile tenant management, which is easier customer mobility and tenant control. Basically, these scalability, data locality, and isolations, and versatile tenant management and maintenance and operational efficiency. It also very flexible. You can manage many different sites and client very easily, which is great for large companies or managed service providers. And the first benefit is scalability. The platform can grow easily to support thousands of agents without, allowing down. And it's basically its maintenance is very easy. The main features which you will find in it that its maintenance is very easy. You can do upgrade or fixes for one customers without affecting the others. And finally, it reduces risk if something goes wrong, like a database problem. It only impacts on one tenant. अगर आपके database में कुछ गलत होता है, so it will only impact your one tenant, not the entire system. That's the basically we can say different or special about this. So overall, this design keeps the platform very strong, secure, and of course reliable. Coming on to our next slide, we have agent performance. In this, we can be, first we have role-based access control for administration. Role-based access control, basically in simple language, we say that our SentinelOne gives you complete control. It gives every control, complete control over who can do what is in the platform using role-based access control, or we can call it RBAC. So you can, you can fully customize roles depending as per your team's needs. For example, let me give you one example. You might want your SOC's team to only view and respond to some threats, right? Not change global settings. Without changing global settings, you can do it with your, control for administration. This is the it basically it follows the principle of least privilege, meaning users only get the access they need and nothing more. This makes your system more secure, more, I guess, complex. And when we see, it also offers 6 ready-made roles to get started quickly, like your viewer, C-level, IT, SOC, IR team, and other admin. So basically, to conclude, RBAC works great even for a large companies with multiple sites. You can set, different permissions for similar role based on reason, your anything, your location overall. This gives you, strong control and keep sensitive configurations safe from unauthorized users. So coming back to the slide, we can see many features like customizations, principle of least privilege, which I explained a bit. We can see multi-sites management, and of course, which we are working for, it's security, right? Coming on to your next slide, we have your agent performance. Now, what is agent performance is like Sentinel-One agent is built to be lightweight. You know, it uses every little system resources, whether it's scanning the machine, the detection threats. Unlike older antivirus tools that rely on daily updates and scheduled scans, Sentinel-One uses AI. Both we can see a static and moreover static behavioral to detects in real time. Basically it means it doesn't slow down the system. At the end हमें क्या चाहिए, यूजर को क्या चाहिए, it doesn't हमारा system slow down ना हो, सब कुछ efficiently work करे. Even if a full disk scan is running or a threat is detected, it uses less CPU memory and disk space too. Basically admins can even set limits on how much system resources the agent is allowed to use. Right, that's the most important, we can say, feature we can use. So users keeps working without slowdown and security still works in the background. Coming on to the next slide, we have assist management. features which we can see in asset management, like network visibility, network control, easy implementations, blocking unknown devices, alerts for new devices. Ranger, it also lets you to block unknown and suspicious devices with just one click. This basically policy setup, where we can see if we will click this option as detect, so it will also detect our if we have selected this option as protect, so sirf, like this will even not even just detect your. So coming on to this slide, like we have this malicious threat and suspicious threat. If we will click on option on protect, so this Sentinel-1 will also protect our system from threats, but it will, if we will just click on detect, that will only detect our threats and give us a notifications that this is something going on. Like protect level, we have kill and quarantine, and we have remediate, which we will be looking in further slides. And coming on to the location aware host firewall, we could say like this is location aware host firewall. It means that Sentinel-1 lets you define host-based firewall rules, like that change based on the device's locations. Like these rules are part of your endpoints protections policy and are enforced by the Sentinel-1 agent directly on the endpoints. For example, let me give you one example. We have a block all inbound connections when a laptop is on public Wi-Fi, but allows RDP or file sharing when inside a corporate lane. Right. So one of the powerful thing you can do with Sentinel-1 is set up location-aware host firewall. This means the firewall, rules on the endpoints can change automatically depending upon where to drive is. For example, if a laptop is inside the company network, you might allow things like remote, desktop, or file sharing. But if the same laptop is on a public Wi-Fi network line in a cafe, Sentinel-1 can block all incoming connections, and these results are can be seen with location-aware host firewall. Right. Coming on to the next slide, we have application inventory and application OS vulnerability. Let's now look at one Sentinel help with inventory and vulnerability management. Basically, Sentinel-1 also collect and displays every installed application on the OS version for each device. It checks if those apps or OS devices have any known any known errors. It's what great in this, that you don't need to run a separate vulnerability scanner. It built directly into the Sentinel-1 agent, and it updates automatically using threat intelligence from the from the national database and other resources. So that's the basically special about this feature of Sentinel-1. Coming on to the remediation, rollback, and detections with MITRE, TTPs, and link. We could say that this slide shows one of the strongest part of Sentinel-1. Now it helps us detect and fix attacks using the merits and attacks framework. Sentinel-1 automatically tags threat using merit and TTPs. Basically, this makes it easier for analysts to how an attacker is behaving. For example, if we take an example, if a file tries to act like a window process, that's a known TTP, and Sentinel-1 can flag it. You can basically we can then use a single click to see the full story, which devices saw this TTP, where the files come from, and what else it try to do. We can basically we can understood the whole pattern, that what's going on this, right? Coming on to the next slide, which is automated manual and responses, which is the most important. Basically, Sentinel-1 gives you powerful control over how to respond to threats, and you can choose to do it automatically or by manually, depending on your needs. For example, if an attacker tries to attack like a trusted system process, something Sentinel-1 can catch using attack tags, your analyst can simply search the technique, and with one click view everything which devices were hit, where it started, and want it to try to do. Then comes the best part is remediation. Let me show you remediation in this dashboard. Wait, let me show you in this PPT. Where is it? This option. This option of remediate is very important, right? Then, for example, if an attacker tries to attack a file trusted from many systems, and then comes the best part, which is remediation, which I showed you above. Let me open it for you. this remediation. You don't need to write code or to write script. You don't need to write code or script. Just click one button, which is remediate, and Sentinel-1 will stop the attacks, detect, delete the malware, and clean up the system. But what makes Sentinel-1 makes more powerful is the rollback. If the attacker made any changes to files or something else, like we can see rollback option. If the attackers can made any changes to files, registry keys, or system settings, the platform can undo it. It's like hitting the undo button on a cyber attack. It's that simple. You can choose to run this process manually when you get an alert, or by fully automate it. So Sentinel-1 fixes issues even while your team is offline or asleep. This saves times, reduce damage, and give you peace of mind. So using Sentinel-1 makes your things very easy. Next slide we have storylines. Storylines, let's take about this. Basically, this is one of the Sentinel-1 most powerful features. Storylines help with, it help with mm, rapid threat hunting. It groups together related activities on a system, so analysts can quickly see what's happening. Right? It does this by building a behavioral model of how your system and apps normally behave. If something abnormal shows up, like a new file, process, or command, it directly flags it. Each group of activity is tagged with a storyline ID. You can, just click that and see everything, all the related files, processes, commands, and network connections. These make it really fast to understand the full pictures of a threat and take action. Moving on to the next slide is like remote shell. We can say this is full PowerShell and Bash shell access, secure remote troubleshooting, and it is available for Sentinel Management Console. Right. Basically, you can troubleshoot, investigate, and even take actions on a machine without physically accessing it. This is very useful when a device is at a remote location and you need to act fast. So this also helps you a lot. Now, coming on to basically, Sentinel-1 achieves 100% protection and detection in 2023 by merit. This this 100% protection blocked 13 out of 13 protection steps. These 100% real time, zero delay detections. It's 100% realistic with zero configuration changes. It's 96% visibility into attack steps. So these were the basic overview of Sentinel-1. Basically, the more policies and you know you can fully manage agent from the console, send messages, reboot system, uninstall agent, and even control firewalls. Basically, Sentinel-1 also help you to manage vulnerability by identifying outdated applications and OS patches using data from national database. And if a patch isn't available, right, you can block the risky apps temporarily and keep things safe while you prepare a fix. So this was all overview about and Sentinel-1. I hope you like it. One. And here are the endpoints. And where were we? Purple AI. Purple AI can be like you asked this, like how Sentinel-1 is different. It will answer your every question. This Purple AI. Basically, Purple AI is like